Pitch and Switch. Today we're going to be talking about bread. Bread is one of the most confusing things to buy, in my opinion. There's white bread, wheat bread, 100% wheat bread, sprouted grains, all kinds of different types of bread. And it's really hard to make a decision on what is the best for us. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today and look at some ingredient labels. In general, we want our breads to be made of real whole food ingredients, high in fiber and protein. So we want to look at the type of grain that's being used, how much sugar has been added, the type of oil that's in the bread, and the amount of preservatives that are in there. So let's talk about some of these breads that I have on the table here. First up, we have bunny bread. This bread has been around forever. This is the bread that I grew up on. It's soft and it tastes delicious, right? Unfortunately, the ingredients are not so delicious. So the first ingredient in this list is unbleached enriched wheat flour. This is a very refined type of flour with little nutrition. And another problem is that it is not organic. So when we want to purchase a bread, we want to make sure it's organic because wheat is heavily sprayed with glyphosate. And glyphosate does a lot of harmful things to our body, and it's also a known carcinogen. So we want to make sure that our bread is organic whenever possible. The serving size on this package is 2 slices. And when we look at it, it only has 1 gram of fiber and 4 grams of protein for 2 slices of bread. So not the best nutritional profile there. Other ingredients listed in here is corn syrup. We definitely want to avoid corn syrup. That's a lot of bad properties for that. It also has soybean oil. Soybean oil is highly refined and processed, and it's very inflammatory to our bodies, so we don't want to consume soybean oil. It also has dough conditioners listed in here, and dough conditioners have been linked to many different health issues. And another harmful ingredient that I see is calcium propionate. And calcium propionate is a type of preservative, and it has been linked to ADHD. So lots of problems with these ingredients. One of the very last ones is hydrogenated vegetable oil, and this is trans fats, and we know how harmful trans fats are to our health. So unfortunately, this bunny bread is really not a great choice whenever we are choosing to eat bread to make a sandwich. So let's look at another option. The second type of bread that's very popular is Sara Lee 100% whole wheat. So what's good is that it is 100% whole wheat, so it's got the whole grains, which is going to be better for our bodies. When we look at the label, it has 3 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber per slice. So that's a good amount of protein and fiber per slice in general. If you're going to have 2 slices of bread, that would be good. And then the ingredient list, it says whole wheat flour, which is great, but again, it's not organic. So it's going to have these chemicals, pesticide residues on the bread. And it also has soybean oil, and it has the dough conditioners again, and lots of different preservatives. So this bread really isn't that healthy for us either, unfortunately. Many times we think when we get whole wheat it's better for us, but it does still have some problematic ingredients. So let's talk about some better options. This bread is going to be your best in class, and it's called Ezekiel 4-9, and it's by a company called Food for Life. And this bread is made with 6 different organic sprouted grains. And sprouted grains are really good for us because they are easier for our body to digest, and they have a higher nutritional profile. So this is a good option for that. And as you can see in here, it says that this bread is organic sprouted wheat, organic sprouted barley, millet, malted barley, sprouted lentils, and sprouted soybeans, spelt. So all of those are just sprouted grains. And then it just has yeast and organic wheat gluten and sea salt. And that's it. So there is no sugar in here, no preservatives. So very, very good for us. It has a whopping 6 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein per slice. So this is a very hearty bread that's going to fill you up and provide you with lots of nutrients. So this is my best choice. It's kept in the freezer section. I buy mine at Costco, but you can also buy it at Walmart. So this is definitely a good bread option. And then I also came across this one at Walmart. It's called Dave's Killer Bread, and you do need to read the label on these because some of the different varieties are better than others. But this one's called Organic Power Seed. So it's definitely a good option because it's organic, first of all, and it's 100%, or it says organic whole wheat. So we're getting the whole seed and the good nutritional value. It has 4 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein. So again, very good for us there. And what I thought was really interesting about this is that it's sweetened with organic fruit juices. So it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup or sugar in it. And at the bottom here, it just lists the different fruit sugars that they use. So I didn't see any bad ingredients with this one either, so I think this is another good option. And I bought this at Walmart as well. And the Ezekiel bread actually comes in a couple different flavors. I'm looking at trying the cinnamon raisin bread. I think that would be really a tasty treat for my kids for breakfast. So, in conclusion, we want to think about the different types of bread that we consume. In general, consuming a lot of bread isn't really good for us anyway, but if we're going to eat bread, you definitely want to make sure it's organic, that it's got lots of healthful nutrients in it. If you can buy sprouted grains, that's going to be your best option. So I would pitch these types of breads and switch to one of these options.